Okay guys, so now it's time for you to create your Amazon product listing. So what you're going to do is go onto your Amazon Seller Central account, hover over inventory, and then, it is inventory, and then go down to add a product, and that will take you to this page. Once you get onto this page, you're then going to come down to this little bar here that says create a new product listing. Click on that, let the page load up. Okay, the very first thing you're going to have to do is to put your product in a certain category. And the way to do this is to find the current product that you want to sell on Amazon or something very closely related, so one of your top competitor. Scroll midway, just past the keeper graph, past their product description. When you come to product information, and it'll give you a list here where it says best sellers rank of what categories they're selling in. Now, sometimes, most of the time, especially if your product starts to sell well, Amazon will put you in several categories. But what you want to do is just choose the first one. You only get to choose one, and Amazon will deal with the rest later on when your product starts to sell well. So you want to see the first category that your top competitors put his or her listing in. So it's in, as you can see here, cell phones and accessories. So head back over to classify your product, and you will now have to try and find cell phones and accessories. Okay, so I'd imagine that will be in electronic and photo, or computers and accessories. So there we go, mobile phones and communication, accessories, and can't see cases here. Let's just go other accessories. A lot of the time you might not be able to find the exact category because the categories and subcategories, Amazon change them all the time. So don't worry about that, just find something as close as possible. So as long as it's in with mobiles and other accessories, and press select. Okay, now it's going to take you to this page. First thing you want to do is open up the advanced view. Okay, first things first, product ID. What your product ID is your barcode. So at this point, or by this point, you will have either a UPC, which is if you're selling in any marketplace outside of Europe. If you're selling inside of Europe, you're going to need an EAN. Now, I've done another video completely covering the entire topic of how to get barcodes. So if you want, go and check that out now and then come straight back to this video, and by then you'll have what barcodes you need and you'll be able to put it in. But for now, I'll use one of my own barcodes. I'll just blur that out. So we'll select an EAN because I'm pretty sure this is my European account. Yep, okay. Got it, don't show me this again. Item title. So the way you're going to get your items title is to go onto your competitors. So for this example, I'm going to be selling an iPhone case, okay? Pure example, don't try and sell iPhone cases, okay? It's ridiculously competitive, and there's crazy competition there. So what you're going to do is if you are thinking about selling your product, so in this case an iPhone, what you want to do is go through your top five competitors, and you want to see all the keywords that they are reusing, because this is obviously working for them if they're ranked number 1 to 5 on the top page. You want to see what words they're using, and you want to use a combination of all of those. Very first thing you want to do is put your brand name in. So for this example, let's just say that you've decided to call your brand, I think I've used this example before, Bullet Case. So your brand would be Bullet Case. Always put your brand name first. This is very important. Most people say, I've seen a lot of people on YouTube and gurus say, don't put your brand, in the title. Always put your brand name in the title. You want people to be fully aware of your brand, exactly what the product is, and that's how you grow in popularity and get continued sales and referrals and that sort of thing. So always put your brand name first. It's very important. If it was a toothbrush being sold, you're going to see Colgate or Oral-B there straight away. Like, you're never not going to see that. So always make sure you put your brand name first, and then you're going to pick the top keywords that your competitors are using. So we've got here, so this guy's put his brand name first. Ultra hybrid design for Apple iPhone X10s case. Okay, so what I'm going to do is pause the video, give me a minute to get all the keywords that I think are the most relevant, and then we'll jump straight back into it. Okay, so I've done that. So what I've done, guys, is over these top 6 iPhones here, is I've gone over all of them. I've checked out what their titles are, and I've picked out the main keywords that consistently come up and would be the most relative to the phone. Now, obviously, all these people are doing extremely well. These are the top 6 ranked on the first page. So all of their keywords are keeping them up there, as well as sales velocity. But that's something we'll touch on in another video once your product starts selling. But I've gone through all of their titles and I've found out the words that come up the most. So obviously iPhone case, iPhone X, tempered glass, soft silicone, shock absorbed, anti-scratch, supports wireless charging, shockproof case, microfiber cloth lining, Oz. Obviously you can't put stuff in there that your product won't have. But for the majority of the words here, the main words that I see consistently are tempered glass, wireless supported charging, anti-scratch, compatible, that sort of stuff. So I'll show you exactly what I've done. I've put a Bullet Case. iPhone 10 case, tempered glass, back covered with soft silicone, rubber bumper and frame shock absorption, anti-scratch with supported wireless charging. So what I've done is just once again taken the main keywords that I've seen the top competitors using and put them in a way that, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to come up with your own great unique title. All you need to do is see what's already working and just put a slight variation on it just to make your product slightly different. But believe me, all you need to do is use the best and most relevant keywords that your current top competition are doing, and you'll be able to rank with them, along with the other competition that are doing well and doing similar things. So brand name, once again, that will be Bullet Case. In this example, one more thing I should say is I like to always put my registered logo next to it because it deters people. It's just a little symbol to let people know that if you are using that as a registered trademark, it deters them from trying to copy or, infringe on your brand. Even if you don't have this, I find it's a great deterrent. So I'm using a Mac, so I go Control, Command and Spacebar, and that gives me my emoji symbols. If you're using Windows, I'm not too sure if it would work exactly the same. You'd have to check that out. Go into your keyboard settings and you'll be able to find all your symbols that pop up. But if you're using a Mac, just use Control, Command and Spacebar, and that will pop up. Manufacturer, once again, we'll use Bullet Case. Put the registered symbol there. Manufacturer's part number, this isn't something I've ever had to worry about. It always asks you to put one in, so I always just put 0. Now, if you are planning on giving all of your products certain serial numbers, that's entirely up to you, but for me, I always just put 0. It makes no difference. Colors, color map, size map. You don't have to put any of that in if you don't want to. If you would like to, then feel free. Now we're going to go over to variations. Now, you only need to do variations if you are doing a product that does have variations, or in the future, you plan on bringing in more variations. Reason being is you can pick one of your colors now, your variations, so size name, size, different sizes or colors, etc. You can pick one, and then later on you can come back to the same listing and add different variations, and we'll stick on the same listing. However, what I like to do is I have mine separate, so each listing I have for a different item. I'd rather them not be on one listing, I want them to be on individual listings. That's my own personal preference, it's entirely up to you. So like I say, if you want to add variations, you have to do it now, so they all come up under the same listing. If you don't, then don't worry about it, move on. Okay, so once you've come onto the offer page, you want to select your price. Now what you want to do here is put your price as high as what you would ever think someone will pay for your product, even higher. The reason being is I'm going to show you right now. So we'll check out what our competition was selling for, and they're in the region of, well, we've got $20, $15, $9, $9, $11. So we'll go in the middle, we'll go at $11.99. So if we wanted to sell our product at $11.99, as you can see, I'll go back to the page. You see this thing here where it says $25 scrapped and now the price is $14.99? It makes your customers think that currently you've got a deal on, an offer on, and that's exactly what you're going to do, because they're more likely to impulse buy thinking that right now the item is cheaper than what it should be or normally is. So they've got a limited time to buy it, so they rush and buy it, like a sale price. So go back to add a product, put your price, so in this case we could say $25.99. Then scroll down here to your sale price, and your sale price is now going to be your actual price that you sell your product for. So we were aiming to sell it at $11.49. This way, your competition, or sorry, not your competition, your customers now think that your product is on sale from $25.99. It's currently selling at $11.49. So they've got a limited time. Who knows when the sale's going to end? They're more than likely going to buy your products once they see that there's a sale on. When in reality, you're always going to sell it at $11.49, but they don't know this. So it's just a little mind trick. It works. It helps you get a lot of sales. And then your sale date, you'll select whatever the current date is. So today is the 27th of October. And then you can just push it forward. Your sale's never going to end, so you can just push it forward 2-3 years. It doesn't matter. Just, give yourself a couple of years so you don't forget about it, and your normal price then kicks back into plan. Condition will always be as new. Condition note nothing. Max order quantity. So you want to set this to however many items you think that what one customer would buy at one time. It stops people from being able to check legitimately how much stock you have left, and be able to track your numbers 100% accurately using the old 999 card trick method. So if you were to sell iPhone cases, I couldn't ever see anyone wanting to buy more than 5. But just to be on the safe side, you could put in this case 10, for instance. But if you're only selling something that only people will buy 1 or 2 of or 5, just put 5, maybe 10 at the most. But don't put it any more than that. It just stops people being able to track exactly how many you have in stock. Handling time, do not worry about this. Can be gift messaged and is gift wrapped available. Always make sure that both of these are selected. Reason being, Amazon do these at no extra cost to you, and the proceeds from this, so the money that Amazon charges the customer, they give it directly to you. So it's just extra money, and that can, that can't do us anything but good, So we've got them two selected. Restock date, start selling date. Don't worry about any of this. Make sure it's on, I want Amazon to dispatch and provide customer service for my items, i.e. Amazon FBA. You don't want to be dispatching them yourself, so make sure you've got this one selected. Now we'll scroll back up to the top. Compliance, I would never worry about this. A lot of this has to do with electronics and batteries, this sort of thing, you know, weight of the product, what sort of degrees will it melt at, and these sort of things, so don't worry about that. Images, I'm going to do a whole separate video on images, so I will cover that topic completely in the images section. You know, getting your product photos done, that's in a completely different video in the course. Description, okay, so this is very important now. Now you're going to have your product description and you're going to have your attributed product bullet points. So what I mean by this is I will go back to the iPhone case and I will show you. So we will pick the top guy. The first thing is your product, your product bullet points, your item description. That's these things here. Now you want to make sure that your products, your bullet points stand out. It's a chance for you to engage your customer and it's a chance for you to get into their mind and sell them the product. So apart from the images being, you know, great, they're then going to come here and they want to read stuff that how this product's going to change their lives. You have to think of it and look at it from your customer's point of view. Why should I buy this product? The same as with you. Anything that you buy in your life, why should you buy that? You need to be sold the idea, sold the dream. So you need this to be as vivid and this is very bland. I mean, most people just put, you know, great quality products, cheap and reliable, all this sort of crap. Like, who's going to put bad products? Who's going to put really expensive? Who's going to put, oh, you know, this product is average? No one's going to put that, but it's the same generic stuff. As you can see here, they haven't gone into super amounts of detail. So what I'll do is I will write a few bullet points here just to show you exactly what I mean. So if I was selling this iPhone, I wanted to compete with my competitor, I know we could do a lot better than this. So bear with me and I'll do that. Okay, so I spent a couple of minutes writing down my own bullet points if I was to be selling you guys a case. Now, as you can see with our main competitor, they haven't really gone to any effort. You know, these are very short, slim protection, stays pocket and grip friendly, long lasting, clarity resistance to yellowing. They're very bland. They don't grab your attention. They don't say buy me now, you know, and that's what you want your customer to see. So this is what I've done if I was to be selling the exact same product or something very similar. Perfect fit. Specially designed for iPhone XS and iPhone X with precise cutouts for speakers, charging ports and audio ports, easy to install and remove. Sturdy but not bulky, offers scratch resistance and high shockproof protection. Raised lips ensure extra protection for your camera. Durable and smart two-part design made of soft shock-absorbing TPU core, then combined with durable polycarbonate hard shell. Your device stays slim but totally protected. I stole some of those words off of one of my other competitors, but that's, you know, that's not a problem. The idea behind this is to just use your imagination and to imagine that you are the person looking at this product. What would you have to say in order to make you want to buy it? What would make it interesting? What would draw you in? Next, ultra thin. The ultra thin design is perfect for flaunting your iPhone XS or your iPhone X. You will feel nothing on your pocket. That should be in. You will feel nothing in your... Sorry. I'm going crazy here. You will feel nothing on your phone, designed to put in your pocket, wallet or purse. And last but not least, this is super important, 100% money back guarantee if you are not completely satisfied with your product. So as you can see with these bullet points, I've gone the extra mile. It's another chance for me to engage with my customer. So even if you have to go through some of your competitors' listings, see some of their bullet points and change them around slightly, but you have to use your imagination, try and be a little bit creative, and most importantly, try and sell the product to your customer. Why should they buy your product? Why yours and not your competitors? You know, just go into, it's a chance to engage with your customers, to go into some great detail and just make it seem like this product is solving a problem. And that's all that your customer wants. All people want is, they want to throw money at an object and they want it to solve a problem. They want maximal, they want maximal results with minimum effort. It's just like, you know, when people go to the gym, most guys want to walk around with a big chest and a six pack, but they don't want to go to the gym for 1.5 hours a day, 5 days a week and stop eating pizza and drinking alcohol and smoking cigarettes and lying on the couch. They want, you know, they want something easy and fast. So they'll go into YouTube and they'll buy someone's course, who, you know, 6-minute abs and all this sort of, you know, all this crap. But they buy into the idea. The reason why is because the product is offering to solve their problem as quickly and, you know, as efficiently as possible. So this is a chance for you to do that. You're going to play the same sort of mind game. You need to sell the product to your customer. So use your imagination, sit down, think about it. Think about if you was the customer, what would have to be said in order for you to go, do you know what, this is the product that I want, I need to buy this. So that's what you're going to do with your bullet points. You're only allowed a maximum of 5, but make sure you use all of them. The most important is the money back guarantee one. Now, what most people don't know is that Amazon have their own money back guarantee in place anyway. So if they are not, you know, entirely happy with your product, they can just say to Amazon, I'm not happy with it, and they'll get their money back anyway. So all you're doing is letting them think that you're giving them the money back guarantee when they've already got that. But it's just a great way of putting a little bit of ease within your customer's mind so they can relax and, you know, not have to worry about if the product's, you know, not what they wanted, they can't get their money back. Okay, so once you've done that, for now, you can just click save and finish. Now, product description up here, that is another very important part, which I'm going to talk about in the very next video. It's going to cover stuff like how to use HTML editor and that sort of stuff. Keywords itself is going to be a very in-depth topic, so I'm going to do a completely separate video on that. And where it says more details, you don't have to worry about any of the stuff. It's very generic. You can put the weight of the product in if you wish to, but you know, it's not really going to make any difference. So for now, just click save and finish, and we will continue.